Disguised as Princess Lucielle, it was Schulze who commanded the forces of Ovis. Oberon leads his forces away to pursue Schulze, who bears an ancient ring. That conflict still dwells in his heart. Meanwhile, with Heindler departed, Rundal faces the Sanctum on its own. The Sanctum is joined by Abbott, the renowned former commander of Styria. With his magically amplified cannon, he rains fire upon the battlefield. But Jaden and his forces manage to advance closer and closer upon Sottile. During this time, Goga secretly continues its nefarious preparations. Upon whom do they intend to turn their blades?
This is the chapel.
What's the matter? You get to call this beautiful place home now.
Even as we speak, Ovis Castle undoubtedly suffers a fearsome assault from the army of Rundal. I can only wonder what has become of Rashina, who risked her very life to seek out reinforcements. And Schulze, who made the brave decision to remain in the castle so that I might escape. Yet here I am, protected alone by the Sanctum. I cannot help but feel the guilt gnaw at me.
You're all heart, aren't you?
I suppose that's what happens when you come from a different life to us.
Is there no way we could evacuate everyone from the castle and bring them here? I would gladly relinquish it, should that be what Jaden desires. Just please, I beg of you, give the people of Ovis your protection. There is naught I would not do to save any of their lives.
You're just as altruistic as everyone says.
I've heard stories, you know. About how you brought water to the fields ravaged by a drought.
Same here. I heard you all but eradicated the monsters that stalk the forest used by man and beast alike as a hunting ground.
I merely did my duty as a member of the royal family. But now, I am all but powerless. Please tell me what I can do to help.
The only thing you need to do at the moment is rest.
Rest?
That's right. Your time to lend a hand will come soon enough. So until then...
Will the castle and those within it be able to endure in the meantime?
Lord Sottile graces the battlefield with his presence to ensure that it does.
In any case, for now just relax and take a load off while we take care of things.
How does Princess Lucielle fare?
She's practically worrying herself into a malaise over her precious homeland.
Those little Miss Perfect types are the worst.
A request for reinforcements has been issued.
Reinforcements? Did it come from Lord Sottile?
Indeed.
Wait a second. Is Lord Sottile in danger?
That is unlikely. From what the messenger relayed, the battle appears to be evenly matched. Think of the reinforcements as a means to ensure Jaden's head is ours for the taking.
All right then.
Look after Lucielle while we're gone.
According to Lord Sottile, Lucielle is the one who can truly sway the fate of this war. But to what end will she play her part?
I bear you no ill will, but this is just the way of these things. You know how it is.
A mere mortal, yet you side with the Winged One.
If it's answers you seek, then defeat me and obtain them. I have no intention of going down easily, though, mind you. Interesting. You seem capable of backing up your words. Alas, you'll never cut me down wielding your blade like that. Silence! And that is but one of the reasons why. You let your rage control you, and it only serves to dull your blade. You'll cut through sweet nothing like that. You should know this. I'm sure your master never let you hear the end of it.
What?
Now, have at me.
Who are you?
Just a drunk of no worldly significance. You're actually trying to split me in two.
My blows were true. Of that there is no doubt. Yet, how?
We've been over this. You cannot cut me down wielding your blade like that. Yet such power from a sword arm practically devoid of anything but brute force. I must say, I'm impressed. No wonder O took a keen interest in your potential.
Why do you know my master's name? Who are you?
A samurai from the east. The name is Seymour.
So you are Seymour. My master spoke your name on many occasions. But why? Why would a samurai of the East such as yourself side with Gilgamesh? Sir Seymour, where is it that you go?
To Ariale Castle, the citadel of Gilgamesh.
Ariale Castle.
Come. You seek the truth, do you not? This is the deity. She is the vessel unto which the oracle is given.
Found you. Finally, you perish for Exia. Stay! Death to those who bar his path! Die!
I trust he's okay?
It is a residual effect of the armor bestowed by Sodali.
One of the artifacts you say he created in pale imitation of the ancient relics. But hadn't Stern cast aside that armor some time ago?
Such artifacts are engines which amplify negative emotions into great power. Yet in doing so, they corrupt both flesh and mind alike.
Is there a means to restore a corrupted mind?
Yes, but it is not a simple feat.
So it's that difficult to completely escape Sodali's bonds.
He does not willingly part with pawns of such potential.
Then, what do we do? Stern is the beloved student of an old comrade. I know I once said I would lend you my aid, but depending on the choice you make now, I may have to go back on my word.
The darkness Sodali has sown will need to be removed.
And you can do this?
I will do everything in my power to sink into the embrace of darkness, or from those depths discover the pale light. But know that the treatment will be a trying ordeal. The strength of his spirit will decide his fate.
The strength of his spirit.
Commander Lucia, the only foe we have to fear is Melnia and none other.
That's right. We should strike as one while we still have the advantage in numbers.
Commander Lucia!
The tremors in the earth we felt earlier, they must have been made by our cannons. Since then, the vexing bombardments from the enemy have all but ceased.
Which must mean the enemy artilleryman was hurt, or...
Perhaps they've begun to retreat.
Do you think it could be possible?
There is no way to be certain yet. But the number of warrior monks they throw at us has dwindled undeniably. And it looks as if the troops stationed around the fortress grow fewer as well.
Then now is our chance!
We can strike down Melnia and regroup with King Jaden and the main force.
Commander Lucia?
Putting a decisive bullet in Melnia, then regrouping with the main force alongside King Jaden. This would be ideal. However... Melnia is a deadly foe, unlike any other we've faced thus far. If we attack only relying on strength alone, our division Calorum will likely suffer even greater casualties.
Then, you have a more reliable strategy for defeating her.
But of course, naturally, one that involves Calorum's most honed way of doing things.
Inflicting methodic and thorough pain?
Exactly. Our objective was originally to capture the enemy fortress, but we now have a new priority. We must keep Melnia engaged against us, and prevent her from returning to Sodali's side. Neutralizing the threat she poses will aid in King Jaden's victory.
Understood.
We shall take our time and be as methodical as we must, for Calorum cannot afford to fall here. Doing so would only destabilize the superiority that Rundal holds over the other nations with its gunners.
Do you truly hold Melnia's abilities in such high regard?
Is it strange that I do?
No, That's not what I...
You may speak freely with me. In our battles thus far, always I have sought glory beyond my worth. But not this time. The obliteration of the Sanctum is King Jaden's greatest desire. I am prepared to do whatever is demanded of me to see Sottile deprived of his life. Even if that means casting aside my dignity and crawling through my own filth to do so.
Our hearts are with yours, Commander.
Good. Then, allow me to repeat myself. In order to ensure King Jaden puts an end to Sottile, it is crucial that we do not allow Melnia to escape. That is our one and only purpose now. It is not Calorum's, but Rundal's victory that we strive for. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Commander.
Melnia is a formidable opponent. Do not push beyond your limits, and do not let your guards down.
Yes, my lady.
What is it?
Do you not feel it? This strange presence.
Presence? Yes, it is rather odd. I sense no direct threat or malevolence, yet something akin to a powerful conviction grows stronger and more pervasive.
Could it be coming from enemy reinforcements?
Reinforcements?
Trust me, I am aware of how it sounds. Other than Rundal, there are forces from Heindler, Horn, Leonis, and Ovis on this battlefield. Yet it is unlikely any would side with the Sanctum. I am quite sure of this. But...
Something makes you uneasy?
no, just undeniably curious. Regardless of who or what this presence may be, the war will end the moment Sottile's head is removed from his shoulders. That is all we should focus on at this time.
Truer words are rarely spoken. Shall we keep moving?
Yes, let us do so.
I can see the forces of Rundal. That must be Raldor, the commander of their 2nd Division, Crucium. And next to him, a face likely not worth recognizing.
They have gained ground quicker than expected.
So, what shall we do?
In regard to what, pray tell?
I would be more than happy to drop a few iron surprises among their ranks to keep them under control.
No, that will not be necessary.
Ever the man of poise, I see.
At this very moment, I imagine I am the single thing on their collective minds.
They think they command an overwhelming advantage, having captured the fortress.
Indeed. And thus they only focus on the sight of my back turned to them in flight. This is most satisfactory.
Meaning, it will all be for naught should we draw attention to those reinforcements of yours by getting ahead of ourselves. You planned this far ahead when deciding to abandon the fortress. How absolutely absolutely diabolical.
The divine wave shall come crashing down upon them long before they reach us.
Such confidence. By the way, both Melnia and Renel are still nowhere to be seen. You do not suppose Calorum has given them a lead-ridden introduction to the great beyond?
One can only wonder.
You truly are a callous one, aren't you?
Only because neither Melnia nor Renel serve under my command, I assure you.
So, that is the way of it, hmm?
I do have my expectations of them, of course.
Where am I?
You are finally back with us.
You must have been fatigued to your very limits. You're not in any pain, are you?
What about the war?
I suppose you could say we have reached a ceasefire.
What do you mean?
The second sister, Shalza, was pretending to be Princess Lucielle all along. She disappeared with the ancient ring.
And then the Sanctum Army appeared, to which Rundal then turned their attention.
Oh, okay.
You seem rather gloomy considering we were able to protect Ovis.
I guess I feel like we didn't do anything. That this place just happened to not get destroyed.
What's wrong with that? The end result is the only thing that truly matters in war.
You may enter.
Forgive my intrusion.
What is the matter?
Our shinobi have delivered a strange report.
A strange report? What do you mean?
People hailing from Horn have been spotted heading towards the battlefield in great numbers.
Why would people from Horn be here?
What is the meaning of this? How many are there?
It's impossible to tell exactly, but they likely number in the hundreds.
What do you think you're doing?
Your wounds are yet to heal completely. You should stay in bed and rest a little longer.
I can't just lie here and do nothing.
You don't actually mean to return to the battlefield, do you? Are you raving mad?
Don't worry. It's not like I want to go take on the Rundal army or anything like that.
I cannot condone it.
Then what? Are you suggesting we just ignore this?
We could dispatch Shinobi to gather more detailed information first.
But what if we're too late? Are you ready to bear that responsibility?
Well...
Brother would say the exact same thing as me if he were here.
Then that means I have no choice but to go with you.
How does that work?
It would not do to let my sister-to-be face danger on her lonesome.
I'm going to cast Bio on you from behind while we're out there. That way I can watch you slowly die with every annoying step you take. Anyway, what are you going to do then, Grawl?
Letting the two of us go alone may leave us with more problems than just saving our people.
Fine. I shall accompany you as well. but you must promise me. Our mission is to ensure the safety of the people of Horn. We will do everything in our power to avoid engaging both Rundal and the Sanctum. Are we agreed?
Everything in our power. Got it. Now that we're settled, time to head off. Oh.
I thought I'd come check on you to make sure you're okay. Going somewhere?
Just to get some fresh air. Do you mind?
No, I think we should be forthcoming about this.
Hey, wait!
We were almost out the door.
We have received a report that great numbers of people hailing from Horn have appeared on the battlefield.
The people of Horn? What are they doing out there?
We know not. Reports put their numbers in the hundreds, so we decided that action must be taken.
Don't tell me you plan to return to the battlefield in that condition.
So what if we do?
I'm being serious. If something happens out there, you may never make it back.
It's not like we're heading out to wage war or anything.
That is right. Our mission is to only ensure the safety of our people.
I guess at this point I'm wasting my time trying to stop you.
Oh, you're not as stubborn as I thought you'd be.
Well, it's not my place to say this or that about the way Horn does things. But just so you know, I will be passing this on to King Mont.
As you wish.
I'll have the gates opened for you. Just come back immediately if matters get out of hand. Understood?
We'll be fine.
Huh? Hey! Is it truly asking too much for you to warn us before you run off? Oh.
It's them.
Hey, you guys! I've seen you around town before. You're from Horn, right? Hey! I'm from Horn too. Small world, huh?
Kill you.
Huh? What the?
Death to those who bar his way.
May the light of the crystals guide us.
Must return to Lord Sadali.
Are you all right?
That was terrifying.
Not bad, girl.
Inspired by fear, I assure you.
Those people, they've been brainwashed by Sadali.
Brainwashed?
I was left with the same impression. I imagine there will be no stopping them until they are released from the bonds that hold their minds.
So what do we do then? We can't just leave them like this. Grow!
The brainwashing is likely the result of Sadali's sorcery.
Which means we have no choice but to slay him.
Absolutely not.
Why?
We are but 3 with a handful of Horn soldiers at best. Do you think we even have a chance of reaching Sadali with our meager resources?
We'll never know until we try.
What?
That is not what we agreed upon.
Like I said, we're not going to wage war or anything.
That does not mean the enemy will cooperate.
So, we're just going to abandon them? Do you know why Sadali is gathering these people here? I'll tell you. For the sake of war! He's going to use them as a shield to put between him and the Rundal army.
I for one intend to see this through.
Righteous.
Grawl, you can go back to the castle if you want.
Wait just a moment. I am under orders to ensure that you both make it back to Horn unscathed.
What?
This is news to me.
They were given to me in secret by Lord Adlard himself.
I guess that means you're just going to have to come with us then, doesn't it?
Very well, I suppose it does. I have always been of the belief that a nation's people are its true cornerstone. Which is why I agree that we must help them, even should it require us to put our lives on the line to do so. However, we do not command a powerful force. We retreat the moment we sense immediate danger. Do I make myself clear?
Deal.
No objections for me.
Then let us proceed.
But how exactly are we going to go about this?
Well, I happen to know a few things about the lay of the land around here.
Huh? Is that so?
Based on the direction they came from, I'd say Sadali is somewhere near that plateau over there. The problem is that cliff face is so steep that just trying to climb it will probably get us killed. Which is why we're going to go around instead. We should have far less chance of running into any Sanctum monks or Rundal troops that way too.
I see.
Why is it that you know so much about this area?
It's not exactly the fondest of memories. But I was here a while ago when Rundal and Horn were fighting over a fortress near the border.
That explains it then.
First, we catch up to the rest of the people from Horn.
And then?
We hide ourselves amongst them and let them lead us to Sadali.
And when the chance presents itself...
I am sure I sound like a chamber of echoes, but you are not to do anything reckless. Understood?
We know, we know. Anyway, let's get moving.
It was but a dream.
You are back with us again.
Cheater.
I heard what happened in a report from the troops. It seems Shalza got the better of you. The medics in the castle worked furiously to treat the wounds you sustained.
Were they truly that bad?
Yes, assuredly so, in fact. One small mistake and your life would have hung in the balance. Trust me when I say you should remain resting for a time.
Yes. I think I shall do just that.
Now, if I may ask, what is your appraisal of this war?
King Oberon is at odds with his heart. It tears and pulls him in all directions.
Could this be taken as an indication of his loyalty straying from Jaden?
Possibly, yes.
I see. I shall handle the rest, my wounded friend. For now, you need only concern yourself with recovery. Understood?
As you wish.
So, Oberon's idolization of Jaden has begun to wane. May the light of the crystals guide them all.
What is it?
Why would Sadali delve into the arts of immortality? Arts forbidden by the Crystal Sanctum. I cannot help but ponder this.
He may have simply done so in order to continue his duty as a missionary.
Perhaps, but something about that feels amiss.
Agreed. Followers of the Crystal Faith are said to ascend once their cycle of life is complete. Fateful departure from one's mortal coil is not to be feared, but embraced. And unfulfilled duties as a missionary can be accomplished in the life beyond.
Yet Sadali, he feared death, or perhaps rejected its embrace. I have been thinking about why this could be.
And what conclusion did you arrive at?
Sadali was not alone when he crossed to these lands on his ordained mission.
That's quite right. According to our records, he was accompanied by a woman, Exia, I believe. Do you believe this Exia to be the reason that he strayed from his divine path as a missionary?
I do not think we can discount such a possibility.
In that case, we have all the more reason to make haste to his sanctum. If Exia is somehow still there even now...
Lady Bronwell?
What is this presence?
That group of people... they...
What is the meaning of this?
These people...
I sense the malevolence again. The same one that gnawed at the mind of the man we helped, Engelbert.
The same malevolence. Which means these people must be followers of the Sanctum.
We should assume Sadali has sown his darkness in their minds as well.
In which case, it is our duty to put an end to this.
The crystals guide us.
All for His Holiness, Lord Sadali.
Do they mean to attack us?
Prepare yourself.
Lady Bronwell.
Why do these people deem us to be their foes?
They are all believers of the Crystal Faith. We have no reason for conflict. But if we do not act soon...
We are not without a way to overcome this.
Wait... Do you mean to use a crystal?
Yes, though we have precious few left after cleansing Engelbert's mind.
Then we will only be able to release a small number of these people.
If we can free but a few minds, we will be able to inquire as to how all of this came to pass.
Yes, you are quite right. It would seem the effect is undeniable. Lady Bronwell, something is wrong.
Crystal.
Crystal.
Give us Crystal.
Artra's light belongs to Lord Sadali.
Perhaps I was too optimistic. At this rate, we will not be able to cleanse these people of the malevolence.
I fear we might not be able to stop them from taking the crystal either.
There is not for it. We fight our way through.
And our destination?
The sanctum of these lands. Sadali must face an inquisition.
What's wrong with them?
Their eyes look pretty dead, huh?
It feels like they don't even know we're right here.
They've got that saggy look on their face like they're in a dream.
Yeah, but there's no doubt about it. These are the missing villagers.
Part of me doesn't want to do this since they've been good to Nador.
Yeah, but a few solid whacks should be enough to bring them to their senses.
You better go easy on them, brother. They're just villagers, huh?
What the hell?
Good gods! They want to make a proper fight of it, huh?
Damn it! If that's how they're gonna be about it.
We're really gonna do this! Ah!
How about that, huh? Lesson learned, I'd say.
This is what you get for thinking you can mess with us, huh?
Brother! That's...
Nador! It's gotta be! So that's where he was!
We've been looking for you, little buddy.
Boy, are we glad to see you're safe, huh?
What's the matter?
Don't you recognize us? Don't you recognize your dads?
Return.
to the light.
Huh? What was that now?
No mercy to heretics.
Nador! Snap out of it, huh?
Stray not from righteousness in the life beyond.
What? Whoa! Huh? Hang in there, brother. No. He's not even breathing. Heart's as still as stone. This can't be happening! You can't just die in a place like this! I never should have taken that ancient relic. I'm sorry, brother. Oh, hell. Well, now you're gonna kill me next! I'm not dying here! Sorry, Nador. I'm gonna need you to go to sleep for a while. Huh?
Is this heaven or hell? I can't tell.
You've come back to life, but how? You were dead and gone, I swear it.
Well, this is weird. I thought I got stabbed right in the chest, huh?
Brother, are you sure you're okay?
I haven't felt better, huh? I could hear your voice the whole time I was out, brother.
Oh.
What's the matter, brother, huh?
You don't think this could be the power of the ancient relic, do you? The villagers. I think Sadali is controlling them somehow.
What do we do now, huh?
We don't have time to be dealing with this lot.
Okay, so we grab Nador.
Yeah. And then we go find Sadali.
But there's no way he doesn't know we took the ancient relic.
Well, we can't just leave Nador like this.
Ugh, you're right.
All right. Let's get moving and go find Sadali. It's time to go, brother.
Yeah, we gotta be quick.
Looks like the fortress has fallen. Raldor has done well. But if Sadali thinks he can outrun us, he's got another thing coming. There will be no escape. Today is the day we settle this.
Your Highness!
What is it?
Behind us!
If you've got something to report, then let's hear it.
From what we saw,
an unknown force approaches from behind us?
Not an army, Your Highness. Civilians. In numbers beyond the eye can count.
Civilians? So it's a militia. Could Sottily have orchestrated this from the shadows?
It is likely that he has mobilized his believers.
I see now. That treacherous preacher. So this is what he was planning. Don't bother yourselves with the believers. I'm gonna hunt down Sottily, take his head, and bring an end to this war.
Yes, Your Highness!
Put the cannons to use however you please. I'm headed to the front lines. So these are our new guests.
They're closing in from all directions!
They're what? Cursed Sottily. It looks like he's called his believers from every corner of the land.
Unease is spreading among our troops. Rundal citizens appear to be among those who approach.
We tried to talk them down to avoid conflict, but they drew hidden weapons on us.
There are faces among them you recognize? It will take more than that to dissuade me from my course. The moment they attacked you, they became my enemy. And thus, they shall never have my forgiveness. Give them a thunderous wake-up. And remember that any compassion you show will only get you hurt.
Yes, Your Highness!
Come in.
King Mont, are you sure you don't need more rest?
You needn't worry. My wounds are all but healed.
You should know, the contingent from Horn has left the castle.
For what reason?
Let me explain.
Civilians hailing from Horn have been spotted on the battlefield? What are they doing here?
We don't know yet. Salir said they had no intention of rekindling the war, so I let them go, but... Your Highness.
Damn you, Sottily. Does your depravity have no end?
King Mont.
Ketone, are you there?
Here, Your Highness.
From what I can see from here, there are many upon the battlefield who are likely not soldiers. I need you to find out where they hail from. Be swift.
As you command.
You don't think there could be civilians from nations other than Horn, do you?
I fear it may be possible. Would you gather the others to the throne room?
Of course.
Ketone has returned from the battlefield with a report. We've established that the civilians who walk the battlefield hail not only from Horn, but other nations as well.
How can this be?
Wait a minute, what does all this mean then?
Sottily sent word to his followers across the lands and had them gather here. I suppose that would be the short version.
It would seem to be that way, yes. To use innocent civilians as tools of war. How much blood will be spilled? How many lives lost meaninglessly? Is it not the innocent for whom a leader takes up his sword? The Sanctum should be no exception, and yet... nothing can justify what he has done. It is unforgivable!
So Sottily has finally shown his true colors for the realm to see.
Dark clouds obstruct the stars. I see not a single glimmer of light.
Kingmont, give the order to deploy. Truthfully, I think there's something wrong with those who let Sottily's teachings into their hearts. But Sottily himself... his madness goes far beyond all that. He's using the very people that believe in him as shields on the battlefield. I'm not going to just stand here and let him get away with his misdeeds.
Are you sure of what you suggest? You're only going to give more power to Rundal if you get involved.
Scared, are you?
If you're trying to bait me, you're wasting your time.
We share the same concerns as Lord Camilo.
But why? You can't possibly tell me that you are at peace with any of this.
A difference of opinions is inevitable.
Ramada, you agree with them?
This is Ovis. Their kingdom was pushed to the brink of ruin by the combined armies of Rundal and Hyndler.
My apologies, Lady Lilith. You must understand, under no circumstances can we possibly forgive Rundal. We have lost too many loved ones in this horrid war.
Do not misconstrue our intentions. We do not condone the methods the Sanctum employs. However, in the very least, they have not taken anything from the people of Ovis.
What? Are you going to side with the Sanctum, then? There's no telling what Sottily will do if Rundal is destroyed. It won't just be us who faces his wrath. Only a fool would think Ovis will be spared.
That's not fair, Lilith.
Sorry. I know. I wasn't thinking about anyone but myself.
Lady Lilith.
Elzarel, where do you stand on this?
I am a knight. I swore to myself that I would never abandon the weak.
You're not thinking of...
Far from our homeland we may be, but I shall fight for righteousness by your side.
El Zarel.
Wait a minute. If you're going, then I'm going too.
Why do you have to come?
Why? I'm not sure myself. Why do you think?
Are you not the one who said it in the first place, you lackwit?
Oh, give me a break. I just don't want you to face peril on your own, okay?
Oh, going to keep harm from befalling me, are you?
As much as I can, without getting myself killed in the process.
Kingmont.
My mind is set. I have no intention of facilitating Rundal's ambitions. But I cannot forgive subtly, or the Sanctum. His inhumane acts must be brought to an immediate end. So please, give us time to do what is right.
By that you mean...
Once Sottili's terror has been brought to an end, I promise we shall return. We will fight for the future of Ovis. But first I must do everything in my power for all the people of Ardra.
For that, you have the gratitude of all.
Let's go.
Was this truly the right decision? Perhaps we should be fighting with them.
Truth be told, I do not know the best course for us. It would indeed be easy to fight alongside King Mont. However, in doing so, Ovis may stand to lose even more. It is that which I fear most. Besides, I believe there is something we can do to aid King Mont without having to take to the field.
Such as opening up the castle to the forces of Leonis.
Indeed. It is from this castle that we can overlook the battlefield. It is a position that will prove advantageous.
Despite what you may have said, your heart is truly behind King Mont's cause, isn't it?
He put his very life on the line to fight for the future of Ovis. My gratitude runs deep and true. King Mont, may fortune favor you on the battlefield.
What is it?
I'm not sure if I should bring this up, but...
Is it about Etra and the others?
Oh. I guess I don't even need to ask if we're to be bringing them along.
How long has it been since they came to enlist at Leonis?
Almost 3 years now.
3 years. They had barely any combat experience and few little chances to gain more after being assigned to Fordham.
That's true. But even so, they...
Yes, I know. I also know you were always too surly to ever give them the praise they deserved.
For some reason, I just want to give them a verbal pummeling whenever I see their faces. But yes, they've really proved themselves.
They have, but I fear they draw dangerously close to their limits. If we push them too hard, there will be none left to keep Fordham strong. I think now is the time for them to rest.
Your Highness, do you mean to say...
Lord Stern may return?
Hey, you're an astrologer, aren't you? Any idea what the chances of Stern coming back are?
Who knows?
Who knows? That is the kind of answer I could come up with.
It is the nature of fate to be ever-evolving. A light too bright can blind and obscure a path laid true. Yet a guiding light, fragile and faint, may sometimes only be discovered once darkness has set.
That makes absolutely no sense.
King Mont, I hear that it's an utmost rarity for Sadali to stand on the battlefield. Which means he must have a reason to be confident in his victory.
You think Stern is out there on the battlefield somewhere?
I am merely saying there is a possibility.
Stern. He gave far more than he got when we crossed blades with him in Leonis Castle. But next time, it's going to be different.
Be that as it may, our priority at the moment is the safety and liberation of the civilians.
So we fell the monks and let the people wander about for now.
Indeed. Do everything in your power to avoid engaging the civilians. Let's go.
King Mont!
Follow me!
These people, they're...
I know many of their faces.
The people of Leonis. Look at me. Do you recognize me? I am Mont Leonis. A great crystal rose from the earth, and now the lands of Leonis are blanketed by a terrible miasma. As your king, there are no words I can say to right the suffering you have all had to endure.
King Mont!
No. Steady your weapons.
May the light of the crystals guide us.
Their eyes were devoid of luster.
What is going on here?
I would say these are all signs that someone controls their minds.
Sottily, I'm guessing. King Mont.
I was thinking about where their march leads them.
To Sottily, perhaps.
Likely so.
That cliff face in the distance. I can see a fortress or the like atop it.
I'm almost lost for words, Ramada. I had no idea you could see the stars and everything else in between.
I wonder if that fortress is where we will find Sottily.
There's only one way to find out.
I will strike down Sottily if that is what it takes to reclaim the senses of our people. And if I must use Rundal or whatever other means to do so, then so be it. I want naught but to see the people spirited from this battlefield as soon as possible.
I'm sure I need not point this out. But we will have to steel ourselves for the worst if our small group is to make it there.
I know. Which is why we will avoid any and all clashes between Rundal and the Sanctum, and approach the fortress from the side.
Right. I think that's the best way. Okay, we'd best make haste then.
Lilith, Ramada, are you both ready to see this through?
Of course.
We shall fight through anything with you.
I am certain the contingent from Horn has a similar plan to us. Let us make for the fortress.
Your Highness!
At ease. I'll handle this on my own. The rest of you maintain your position here. Did you think Rundal would be easy pickings now that we're preoccupied?
Do not misunderstand. We have returned to the battlefield only because Sadali's misdeeds can be tolerated no longer.
So, you mean to lend Rundal a hand?
No. You are an enemy, Jaden.
Is that so?
You did us a great service in Wazette, yet even so, naught will change the fact we are enemies.
Fair enough.
We will crush Rundal, but only after the misguided people of Ardra have been saved.
Bold words. I certainly hope you live up to them.
I fully intend to.
Ah, Mont. You truly are the man I'd hoped you would be.
What?
If you showed up talking of debts to be repaid, I would have sent you on your way. All right. You want to put an end to Sadali, be my guest, but know this. We will come down mercilessly upon you the moment you start to get in our way.
Very well. Let us both do as we see fit.
When the time comes, will the kind-hearted king have what it takes to put his own people to the sword? This will indeed be a sight to see.
Killing and conquering are not the only ways. I am not like you.
Hey, I just saw King Mont and the others deploy without us.
You did? Phew. I'm so glad they didn't notice we were missing.
It's not that they didn't notice. I doubt they count us as part of their fighting force.
I'm sure that's not true.
Then why did no one seek us out?
Yerma, did you want them to find us in here?
We gave everything we had and more in the battle for Ovis, did we not?
You're right. When we first arrived in Leonis, we were probably a burden to everyone, but...
We've come a long way since then.
You're damn right we have. That's why we were sent here to protect this castle in the first place.
But that mission is complete now, right?
Wait, so does that mean they don't need us anymore?
I wanted King Mont to come looking for us.
It's not like we need him to bow his head and tell us we turned the tide of the war or anything like that.
Yeah, it would have been nice to at least have been thanked for fighting together.
I just wanted to hear someone say they were glad they had us on their side.
I mean, we did more than enough to deserve it, right? And yet no one said a thing. Not a single thing. Does this mean we were just disposable cannon fodder?
If that's all they think of us, then I am saying my goodbyes to Leonis.
You're not planning to go after King Mont just to ask him that, are you?
Of course I am. Do you take issue with that?
Not at all. I want to know too, you know.
Then, shall we go and see?
Let's do it.
The army of Rundal draws closer. How shall we proceed? I would be delighted to grace their ranks with an iron bombardment if need be.
That shall not be necessary for now.
Oh?
They have arrived.
Ah, our reinforcements.
My loyal followers who were hidden throughout the Arms Dealers Guild.
Interesting. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Abbott.
Eldrick.
I'm Lumeda, and this is...
La Mega.
And what of Lucielle?
She is safe within the sanctum.
Ah, very good. I am glad she is unharmed.
There is one more thing.
I am listening.
We have entered the final phase of extracting magic from the crystal in Leonis. Stern accompanied the expedition. However,
has something befallen him?
According to Whisper, they encountered remnants from Leonis, and his allegiance has shifted.
If we're unlucky, we might have to face him in this war.
There is no need for such concerns. Through the golden armor he wore, I have sown a powerful malevolence into his mind. It will not be easy for them to find one capable of purging it. Which means Stern is still as he should be, my beloved son.
Lord Sodali, forgive our late arrival.
Why, if it isn't Comral and Jinok.
That attire of yours. Lycaros, I take it.
We are Lycaroses of Treatise. I am the commander, Comral. This is my trusted lieutenant, Jinok.
Ah, I suppose you are here seeking revenge for your now decimated nation.
You hail from Wizette.
I am Abbott, commander of Styria.
The renowned artilleryman. A reassuring ally to have.
It would appear everyone is ready to play their part. Your methods are yours to choose, as is the reward for the one who brings me Jaden's head. Now, take to the battlefield.
This is not quite what I imagined.
You're not wrong about that. I was expecting to see a chaotic mess of Sanctum monks and Rundal soldiers.
I know we were doing our best to avoid Rundal forces, but this...
You don't think these chocobos were so fast that we actually ended up ahead of King Mont, do you?
Perhaps it was a bad idea to convince MacLeod to let us take their fastest ones.
All I see is regular old villagers wandering around like they're lost. Hey, Nasha, is this really the right way?
Are you trying to say you don't trust my sense of direction?
Yes, and there's a good reason for it.
That's so unfair! You have no idea how it feels to be forced into taking the lead!
Forced? I thought that's just what so-called strongest paladins do.
I can't believe we're lost in the middle of a grassy plain. Etra, your nose always knows where to go. Which direction is King Mont sent? What is it? Did you find it?
Gods, that's sweaty!
Sweaty? What are you talking about?
Those people walking right toward us.
Are those banners what I think they are?
Oh crap!
I am Raldor, commander of Rundal's 2nd Division, Crucium. And this is Shunak.
You are soldiers from Leonis, I take it?
That's not necessarily true, you know?
Am I mistaken then?
What do we do? The three of us can't possibly take them all on?
They look pretty villainous, too. No wonder they're from Rundal.
What? I'm kind of into the one on the right.
We can hear you. Do not misunderstand. Rundal has no wish to fight Leonis at this time.
Huh?
What do you mean?
King Jaden met with King Mont not moments ago.
He was just here!
During their conversation, King Mont said that Rundal was the enemy.
That sounds an awful lot like something you'd say when you're looking for a fight.
He also said that he would crush Rundal, but only after the misguided people of Ardra had been saved.
The misguided people?
Oh, does he mean those villagers we saw wandering all over the place?
That is correct.
They are citizens from all corners of the land, and followers of the Sanctum.
Wait a minute. Do you mean that they've sent their own followers out onto the battlefield?
I do indeed.
I can't believe it. How can they drag innocent people into a war like this?
This is unforgivable.
I wonder if there's any way we can help them.
Spoken like true Lions of Leonis. Your hearts are one with your kings.
What? Does that mean King Mont returned to the battlefield to save the misguided?
Is that why he's out here?
There's one thing we'd really like to ask.
You don't happen to know where King Mont is right now, do you?
You are in search of your king?
That would be the long and short of it, yes.
Our forces pursue Sarali as he makes his retreat. And this is the front line.
Which means King Mont is...
Somewhere behind us, I would assume.
Then we really did go past King Mont and get too far ahead.
Wait. Sanctum monks approach.
Oh, you hold yourselves well in battle.
Uh-huh. Do you really think so?
I am not known for my flattery.
Well, we might not look it, but we're all members of Leonis's 1st Division Fordham, you know?
Fordham? You are under Lord Stern's command. That would explain the degree to which you have been tempered for battle.
You know of Lord Stern?
Only the stories. They say he was trained by the hand of a samurai from the east, Sir O.
That's right. He's really incredible. But no one knows where he is now. Probably with the Sanctum.
All the more reason for you to emerge victorious in this war. Once Sarali is defeated, I am sure Stern will return to you.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not going to give up.
Now going back to what you said earlier.
Yes.
You said that King Mont returned to the battlefield in order to save the followers of the Sanctum, right?
It would appear that way, yes.
But he had already suffered such grievous wounds.
And yet he aims to cut his way through the warrior monks without laying as much as a finger on the followers. The followers are likely under some manner of insidious spell cast by Sarali. They appear to shamble about mindlessly, but should you let your guard down...
What, they suddenly attack?
Indeed. We have already lost a number of our men because of this.
King Mont chose to come back to the battlefield despite knowing the danger he would face. That must be why he deployed without saying a word to us.
How very telling. I now understand why you seek out King Mont and his main force. Fordham is a shadow of its former self with Lord Stern lost to the winds. If the three of you were to fall, King Mont would be too shamed to face Lord Stern should he return. Thus, he did not call you to arms.
Did King Mont say all that?
No, it is merely my personal interpretation.
Okay, come and face me! Nasha, the strongest paladin in the realm, stands in your way! Your pitiful blows are going to bounce right off the great shield of Fordham! If you're not going to make the first move, then I guess we'll just have to get things started!
Lady Lilith and Lady Ramada, we meet again.
Baral, is that you?
Baral?
I told you, right? About when I left Leonis and met Ramada.
And it was during that time we both met Baral.
I believe we stood as foes that day, mind you.
You said you wanted to meet a certain person from Leonis, did you not? Now's your chance.
Baral of Rondal's 2nd Division Crucium. I had long wished to make your acquaintance someday.
Lilith has spoken of you before. She said there was a man in Rundal who wished to see this world rid of war as much as I.
I still can't fathom why someone like you would serve Rundal.
Oh? I, for one, do not find it so confounding at all. The people of Rundal were most welcoming to me when I suddenly appeared at their gates. Not to mention King Jaden, who led his troops all the way to Wizette.
Be that as it may.
I believe you refer to Rundal as the threat to the West. But to our eyes, the true threat lies even farther to the west.
Even farther to the west? What is it that you speak of?
It is little wonder that you do not know. To the west of Rundal lies a great waterfall that divides the east and west of Ardra.
What is atop it?
I fear I have said too much for now. But in time, you too shall encounter the threat of which I speak. We of Rundal do not take any pleasure in the lives we must take. King Jaden also wishes to see this world free of war. Just as you do. It has been a true honor to meet you. I hope another chance will present itself once this war is behind us. One last thing. We have received reports that reinforcements have arrived at Sodali's side. Please be vigilant.
They want this world to be free of war? Hardly convincing when it comes from the likes of Rundal.
It is equally as suspicious as your desire to fight in the name of others.
But that's not true at all. I'm always honest and forthcoming.
The only thing you are honest with is your own desires.
King Mont, what do you think?
I do not know what to make of this. But for the time being, I have no intention of pondering it further. Sodali must be defeated. That is all I wish to focus on right now.
Huh? Is that you, King Mont?
That voice.
Woohoo! We finally made it!
What are you three doing here?
Raldor told us where we could find you.
Raldor? As in, the commander of Rundal's 2nd Division?
That's right. He was quite kind to us. despite how he looks.
Lord Shunak is definitely more my type, though.
This isn't the time, Nasha. Lord Stern may not be here, but we are still the 1st Division, Fordham.
I know we may not seem all that dependable, but even Rundal praised our efforts in battle.
I promise we will prove to be a great help, so please!
Thank you. Even as the gates of the castle opened in front of us, I was still unsure if leaving you behind was the right choice. It is most heartening to have you with us.
Woohoo! First Division Fordham. A little late, but reporting for duty.
Well said. We have been informed that Sottily has reinforcements. However, this is no cause to falter. We must bring down Sottily and save the lives of the innocent, no matter what. Let's go!
An unnecessarily long barrage.
What do you suppose it means? Could something have given rise to the enemy's morale?
Perhaps the fortress has fallen.
That cannot be! Does this mean we're isolated here without hopes of reinforcements?
And what if we are?
What kind of question is that? We will die here!
Their strategy is clear to me now.
It is?
They wait for us to run out of ammunition.
So they were firing merely to provoke us. But what good will it do to know this if we are out of options?
You talk too much for your own good.
How could you?
But in the end, their skills are but those of the lowlands. The threat they pose is insignificant.
Commander Lucia?
You saw the soldier who was tossed out from behind those rocks, did you not?
Of course. Do you think they turned on each other?
More likely, a ploy by Melnia. She used the soldier to gauge our abilities.
By sacrificing one of her own men?
That's the kind of woman she is.
Good gods!
What now?
Melnia is out in the open!
Then shoot her, you dim-witted fool!
How pitifully slow. Perhaps I'll die of...
Damn it! Down now!
Commander Lucia!
It's just a scratch.
But... allow me to draw their fire from us.
Don't even think about it.
But if we do not take action...
Acting in haste will get us nowhere.
Oh.
Think about what we just saw.
What do you mean?
Why would Melnia go to such dangerous lengths just to have us fire upon her?
Because she has complete confidence in her speed and prowess.
Indeed. But I do not believe it to be just that.
Then, they must be running low on ammunition.
That is a possibility. She may be pressured to put an end to this.
They've stopped. She knows that we run low on ammunition. Clever girl. This Lucia is quite a fascinating presence. She possesses far greater control and cunning than I had expected. However, there are other ways to draw them from their cover. Let us see how she handles what is to come.
Commander Lucia! A large group of people approach from our rear!
People? Meaning they are not Sanctum monks?
No, it seems they are just followers.
Followers of the Crystal Faith.
There appear to be people from Rundal among them.
And they happen to be right here, on this very battlefield. Cursed Sottily! He has wagered we won't pull the trigger on villagers from our own nation. Ignore them for now, and focus on the foe before us, Melnia.
Yes, my lady!
It looks like she is in no mood to make the first move. A test of wills it is, then.
The followers of the Crystal Faith are drawing closer!
What are they doing? If they mean us no harm, why would they...
It's Kirel! We've been friends since we were little.
I saw Sheila too. She's the daughter of Stan, from the village next to mine.
What the...
No! Don't fire! They're just helpless people!
Stop! It's a trap! Damn her! She means to draw us out by killing off these villagers! I will make her pay for this. Even if it must be the last thing I do. Melnia.
You have been a fine distraction.
What's the matter? I thought you wanted to finish me off.
I need no gun to dispose of you.
What?
I shall cut you apart. Renan.
Sodaly has abandoned the fortress.
Yes, I am aware. What about Jaden?
He leads Rundle in pursuit of Sodaly.
Meaning Jaden has left Lucia and her unit here to fend for themselves.
Ultimately, yes, my lady.
Then it is time to end our little dance. We shall take Lucia's head with us on our hunt for Jaden.
Not as long as I draw breath! I'm empty!
Then perish.
Now, there are none left to interfere.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
You!
Don't get the wrong idea. We did not come all this way just to help you.